What is going on with the Phoenix real estate market today and what is going to happen in the future? Well, I'm not Nostradamus, I can't predict the future, but looking at the trends of what we're seeing, it is going to be a rough ride for you sellers out there if you don't get on board. Welcome back to the channel. It's Rich Brecklin, your Arizona real estate agent with Real Broker. Now, over the last 2 years, obviously, and I'm sure you're aware, not just here in Phoenix, but across the country, we saw major appreciation and buyers, you were definitely not in control. Well, the tables have turned and now sellers, you're feeling that squeeze of why isn't my house selling? What is going on? And what do I do? We went from almost zero inventory here in Phoenix Metro to 170% more inventory from the year prior. Now, on the outside looking in, you may think, oh my gosh, we have a lot more inventory. It is flooding with inventory. However, for October, it was a record low amount of new homes hitting the market. Less than 3,000 homes came to market. Now, what does that matter to you? Why is that important? Well, we saw a huge buyer pullback in the market and homes were selling less frequently. We had less home sales, longer days on market, and it really shifted toward a buyer's market. Now, think what would have happened if we would have had the normal amount of inventory hit the market in October, what those numbers would look like. And most likely that is what is going to happen come 2023 when more sellers typically list their homes for sale and they feel like they're gonna miss out on what is going on. I think buyers are starting to understand the interest rates are where the interest rates are, and more buyers are becoming educated on buying down rates and really their negotiating power and how much power you do have as a buyer in today's market versus a year ago. And as a buyer, everything is stacking up in your favor except the high interest rate, but that is something we can deal with. Now, as a seller, everything really, it's stacked against you, sort of. Now, if you bought a home in the last 2 years, I suggest do not try and sell it unless you somehow are one of the few that got an amazing deal. So if you bought a home, especially in 2022, chances are by the time you actually get it under contract, your appreciation is going to be at zero from when you bought it till now. And in 2023, you may even see a negative year-over-year appreciation just because we hit appreciation levels that were really unhealthy and unsustainable. Now, I've talked about this metric before, but the listing success rate, and that is a number we have seen continue to fall over the last few months. Now, at one point, it was 90% listing success rate, which is really unheard of. And right now it is under 62%. Now that's a lagging indicator. Chances are we're really closer in the 50-55% range of listings that hit the market today that will actually end up selling and not come off the market. Now, we're also seeing more and more buyers cancel their contracts for whatever reason. I just had a buyer cancel their contract, even though we got a great deal, got rate buy down, but there are some things that needed to be done with the house, and they know there's a lot of other homes they can choose from, and if the seller's unwilling to fix those or give a credit, well, we'll walk away, we'll go find another one. That home will sit on the market, and eventually they're gonna be chasing that ball down the hill, and they're gonna be selling for less than what they would have had they accepted this proposal. And speaking of days on market, right now the average for homes on the market is 81 days. Now, at one point, it was taking like 9 days to sell a home in Gilbert, and we're just not seeing that. Now, I'm not saying homes aren't selling. Well, actually, most of them aren't. It's a 50-50 shot right now. But sellers, you have to price your home in according to what the market dictates it's worth, not what you think it was worth 7, 8, 10 months ago. Now, if I have a seller come to me and say they just want to test the market and they want to ignore facts and data and what the market is saying, that as a seller, I'm not going to work with. It does not benefit the seller. It does not benefit me. The longer a home sits on the market, the less money it is going to make over time. So again, at the end of the day, it's the seller's home. I just present the data and then we decide if we should work together or not. However, for my buyers, we are able to get amazing deals, get interest rate buy downs, and negotiate for a much lower sales price than we would have bought for 8 months ago. And then we look also at the rental market. Now, I know not all rentals are in the MLS, but what we're seeing is over 100% of new rental inventory compared to a year ago. We're even seeing a slight fall price per square foot for rentals than what we saw a year ago. So rental prices are also coming down. I think we're seeing maybe some buyers who are afraid to get in the market with these rates that are willing to pay a little bit higher of a rental price, but again, it's case by case, and maybe not everyone should buy right now. It depends on your situation. However, I know I mentioned this before, but my wife and I and my family, we're actively, when we're shopping for a home, we're taking our time. We have tons of options, and I'm not afraid to jump into this market because I know I'll be able to buy the rate down and then hopefully refinance in 2 or 3 years and not have to compete like I would have a year ago with all the other buyers foregoing appraisal, inspections, paying way more than what the house is going to be worth, 3 months from now. So these are just, again, some of the stats. I don't get emotional about the market. I can't predict the market. I can't control the market. All I can do is relate to my clients how it works for them, what makes sense for them, and what do you want to do about it. So if you're looking to move here, you have questions, let me know. We would love to help you go over, again, just the data and see if it is a fit. And if it's not, then we hold off, we wait, we evaluate, and see again what works for you. Please watch this next video, and I'll see you on the next one.